So, I know this is probably around the 7th inning stretch or so. So I was about to sing Take Me Out to the Ballroom. But my wife advised me not to do that, because every time I do that, I hear the whole thing. So I just want to say that. So this is a video montage of some of the activities that happen in Tremco, some of the participants that are really involved in it. We have handouts on your tables, and the handouts will give an overview to some of the information that we've been able to, well, some of the achievements that we've been able to accomplish throughout the small K evolution. Good morning and welcome to Tremco. My name is Rob Leslie. I'd like to introduce you to the members of our team. Andre Walker, John Acker, Rob Wade. I hope you find the following presentation informative. At Tremco, we continue to engage our employees in our continuous improvement environment.
One of the ways we engage our employees is through the Kaizen process.
Kaizen simply means change for the good.
Our small K process is change for the good. Small changes within realistic time constraints.
So, over the past 2 years, our small K process has evolved. We've embarked on critical milestones that are linked together in the growth of this process. These critical milestones are team versus support, standard boards, handy helpers, plant-wide, red cards, top 10 celebration, and our next step is our small K all-star. Our first milestone is our team versus support. Our team versus support basically is our small K process has evolved from operators depending on outside support to more ownership-oriented work. The operators are challenged to look at ways that they can play more of a role in the implementation of their ideas. The operators currently implement 60% of all plant-wide ideas and are actively involved in the movement on the standard boards. We've gone from our old boards that was basically a push system with frequent bottlenecks, small printing, no defined spacing, and no tally boxes to indicate our non-conforming visual metrics. Now we've gone to our standard boards, which is a facility-wide standard board which includes much larger printing, better defined spacing, and tally boxes that includes our non-conforming small K totals. The structure places more emphasis on team involvement versus support, currently at a 4:2 ratio. The cards are moving along in a pull system and our better defined spacing adheres to a one-piece flow. The introduction of our handy helpers further streamlined this process. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to John Aguiar. John Aguiar is an operator in the paints department. John, can you please outline the handy helpers process?
Sure, thanks. We generated a lot of small K ideas that required me to support causing bottlenecks and creating a push system. As well, individuals were getting discouraged because they weren't seeing their ideas. We then realized we had shop floor individuals that could be trained to perform some of these more skilled maintenance duties in a safe manner. These individuals, who we now call the handy helpers, helped us align our boards back to a pull system. This was crucial in the implementation of the plant-wide idea.
Thanks, Johnny. So we basically had bottlenecks in our maintenance support section of our small K boards. And by implementing the handy helpers, we were able to streamline that process in a one-piece flow and reduce the bottlenecks and create more of a pull system. At this time, I'd like to introduce Andre Valku. Andre Valku is an operator in our sealants department. Andre, can you please outline the plant-wide process?
Thank you, Ron. Another milestone in the evolution of the small K process is the ability to implement ideas plant-wide.
As an idea gets generated, the operator will then decide if that idea can actually work in a different department as well. In a different department as well. This is a great example of such an idea that was introduced in our plan. It's a plan quite like this. It's a multi-tool that is designed to help us open builds in a more safer and efficient manner. It is of no surprise that some of our customers have actually enjoyed this idea so much, this tool so much, that they have decided to use it as well. As our operators began to take more responsibility over their own ideas, gradually a culture of idea sharing began to take place in our workplace. This development encouraged the operators to discuss some of the root causes of the non-conformities that we may face on a regular basis. The red small K card evolved from these discussions.
So at this point, Andre introduced a plant-wide idea, a tool that could be used to reduce unsafe practices by 100%. We were using screwdrivers that were stabbing individuals, that could potentially stab an individual in his hand by trying to open the tin pails. And by introducing that tool has now reduced our unsafe practice by 100%. All our customers, other customers are now interested in that particular tool to be used in their manufacturing environment. So good job. We were also able to reduce a lot of our waiting time in terms of our lean waste reduction and our waiting time by using that tool. Thank you so much, Andre. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to Rob Wayne. Rob is the TL in the shipping and receiving department. Rob, could you please outline the small K red card process?
Yes, thank you, Ron. We're currently using the small K red card to align the visual matrix boards with the small K process. With doing this, we can identify and correct hazards and or quality issues in a quick, efficient way. Our small K red card process was used to identify a non-conformance with the tanker unloading in the receiving department with great success. Operators now take more ownership of the problem solving that's being driven from the visual matrix boards. Their efforts are recognized in our existing Bravo program as well as the top 10 achievers.
Thank you so much, Rob. So we were able to link our existing small K process with our visual matrix board, and it's able to identify more complex issues, and we're able to resolve them even more quickly. So now let's led to our next milestone, which is our top 10 achievers. Those are some of our top 10 achievers. Our top 10 achievers is really an annual celebration for our top 10 achievers within the small K process, with a focus on self-implementation and sustainment. It is also a think tank to generate ideas for our next steps. One of our next steps is our small K All-Star. Our small K All-Star is really the best work cell idea that has been sustained. We have 14 work cells. In each of those work cells, we will have a standard criteria in which we judge the idea. Once that idea gets moved from our work cell, it is then moved to a central location. It is judged by our senior management group with the standard criteria. Out of those 14 work cells, one will be chosen as the best of the best. It will then be shown on our corporate intranet and shared by all the other facilities globally. Coming to our F15 goals and target. Our monthly target is 0.7 small Ks per person per work cell. Our annual target is 1,772 ideas implemented facility-wide, with 10% of those focused on our small K red card process. Thank you for listening to our presentation.